Top 10 Most Expensive Cars Ever Sold at Auction. What is the most expensive car ever sold at auction? We list the most valuable cars ever to go under the hammer. The classic car market is one of the best places for the world's rich and famous to invest large sums of cash, and these rare and highly desirable machines are some of the most sought-after investment pieces in the world. As a result, rare classic cars dominate the top 10 most expensive cars ever sold at auction. All of these cars have sold at auction since 2013, showing just how popular the market for these highly desirable and expensive cars has become. The title for the world's most expensive car changes frequently, and the number one spot is currently occupied by a car sold as recently as 2022. While some cars are rumored to have sold for even higher prices privately, there's no way to verify these sales, so rumors and sales outside of official auctions don't feature in our rundown. The sums involved in these deals are staggering, and while a classic Ferrari may be a wise investment, you'll undoubtedly get better value for money and more peace of mind being behind the wheel of a supercar or a hypercar, which costs a fraction of the price. With that being said, here are the top 10 most expensive cars ever sold at auction, listed in reverse order. 10. 1956 Aston Martin DBR1. Auction, RM Sotheby's Auctions, Monterey Sale, 2017. Price, $22,550,000. The 1956 Aston Martin DBR1/1 sold for a mind-blowing $22.50 at Monterey Car Week in 2017, and it's still the most expensive British car ever sold at auction. It was the first in a run of 5 DBR1s and enjoyed notable racing success in the 1959 Nürburgring 1000 in the hands of Sir Stirling Moss. 9. 1964 Ferrari 275 GTB/C Speciale by Scaglietti. Auction, RM Sotheby's Auctions, Monterey Sale, 2014. Price, $26,400,000. This £15.7 million Ferrari is even rarer than the fabled 250 GTO. It's one of only 3 Ferrari 275 GTB/C Speciale models built by the Maranello marque in late 1964 and early 1965 to homologate its new 275 GTB race car. The Ferrari 275 GTB was designed and built to challenge the Ford GT40 and Shelby Cobra Daytona at Le Mans in 1965. It was the first Ferrari to feature independent rear suspension and represented the evolution of the successful 250 series cars, which included the iconic 250 GTO. With aluminum bodywork, a lighter chassis, and a tuned V12 engine, with an extra 70 bhp, mounted lower in the car to bring the center of gravity closer to the track, the 275 GTB/C Speciale was significantly lighter and faster than a standard 275 GTB road car. This particular 275 GTB/C Speciale never saw competitive action on the track, but one of the other cars took third place overall at Le Mans in 1965. 8. 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB/4S Nart Spider. Auction, RM Sotheby's Auctions, Monterey Sale, 2013. Price, $27,500,000. The fully restored Ferrari 275 GTB/4S Nart Spider is one of only 10 ever built. It sold for £16 million in 2013, aided by a detailed history which included an appearance with Steve McQueen in the film The Thomas Crown Affair. The Nart Spiders were the brainchild of car importer Luigi Chinetti, who recognized the desire for open-top sports cars in the American market. He requested a series of convertible 275 GTBs from Enzo Ferrari that carried the familiar Nart, North American Racing Team, badge on the rear. 7. 1956 Ferrari 290mm. Auction, RM Sotheby's Auctions, New York City, 2015. Price, $28,050,000. This ex-works Ferrari 290mm sold in New York City, setting records for the most expensive car sold in 2015, the most expensive car sold in New York City, and the most expensive car RM Sotheby's had ever sold at the time. It was built for Juan Manuel Fangio to race in the 1956 Mille Miglia and went on to a distinguished career afterward. It's one of only 4 of its kind and was raced by the likes of Alfonso de Portago and Wolfgang von Trips. 6. 1954 Mercedes-Benz W196. At auction, Bonhams, Goodwood Festival of Speed, 2013. Price, $29,600,000. This Mercedes-Benz W196 Grand Prix car was driven by 5-time Formula One world champion Juan Manuel Fangio, a provenance which helped it to a £17.7 million sale price at the Goodwood Festival of Speed in 2013. The car was sold in authentic condition with visible blemishes and a thin layer of grime as if it had just rolled off the track. You pay all that money and they don't even run it through a car wash for you. 5. 1967 Ferrari 412P Berlinetta. At auction, Bonhams, The Quail, 2023. Price, $30,255,000. The Ferrari 412P is certainly one of the prettier racing cars to ever hit the track, but it's more than just looks that saw a bidder hand over more than $30 million to become the latest owner of 0854. 0854 refers to the chassis and engine number of this particular 412P, and this car boasts a number of qualities that are appealing to big spending collectors. Its strong racing heritage saw it compete at Le Mans, Spa, and Brands Hatch in 1967. A year later it then went on to secure wins at the Nuremberg 200 km, the Solitude-Rennen, and the Swedish Grand Prix. After such a rigorous racing career, 0854 passed down through a number of wealthy collectors, and it eventually underwent a painstaking 9-year restoration. Perhaps best of all, though, is that this V12-powered vintage racer is fully road legal, if the new owner is brave enough. 4. 1957 Ferrari 335 Sport Scaglietti. At auction, Art Curial, Paris, 2016. Price, $35,700,000. The impossibly curvy Ferrari 335 Sport Scaglietti pictured here has a racing history as long as your arm, and that's responsible for its place on this list. The car has competed in everything from the Sebring 12 Hours to the Mille Miglia and even Le Mans. Due to euro/dollar exchange rates, its exact position on this list is somewhat contentious, but it's a worthy contender nonetheless. 3. 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO. At auction, Bonhams, The Quail, 2014. Price, $38,115,000. This 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO Berlinetta became the most expensive car ever sold at auction in 2014, a record it held for 4 years. It was built to contest the 1963 FIA World GT Championships, which it went on to win. Ferrari built just 39 250 GTOs, and this particular 62-63 example is not only one of the best surviving examples but also has a genuine racing pedigree. 2. 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO. At auction, RM Sotheby's, Monterey, 2018. Price, $48,405,000. The second Ferrari 250 GTO to appear on this list was sold at RM Sotheby's in Monterey in 2018. This particular 250 GTO-chassis number 3413 GT, was owned for 2 decades by Ferrari enthusiast and vintage racer Dr. Gregory Whitten before its 2018 sale. It was driven to the auction block by 5-time Le Mans winner Derek Bell, and the auctioneer opened bidding at a staggering $35 million. 3 bidders competed for the car over the course of 10 minutes, with the final sum reaching $48,405,000. 1. 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenaut Coupe. At auction, RM Sotheby's, Stuttgart, 2022. Price, $142 million, estimated one of 2 300 SLR Uhlenaut coupes. This car was sold at an exclusive, invite-only auction at the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart, Germany, for an incredible £114 million. Incredibly, the starting bid for this German racer was higher than the second-place Ferrari 250 GTO's winning bid. Bought by a private seller, the 300 SLR Uhlenaut Coupe was named after its creator and chief engineer, Rudolf Uhlenaut, who drove the car to European events. It was owned by Mercedes from new, covering only 3,756 miles in 7 decades. While neither 300 SLR Ulenot Coupe was raced, they did feature an upgraded 302 bhp 3.0-liter straight-8 taken from the iconic 2-time Grand Prix World Championship winning W196R, driven by Juan Manuel Fangio.